We will go ahead and call to order the Monday, July 27th, 2026 special city council meeting. That we will take a roll call. Barber here. Gordon. Here. Kramer. Here. Mackey is currently absent. Morris
is here.
Takes us to approval of the agenda. Any non-changes to the meeting this evening?
No changes.
We have a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second. All right, motion by Morris, give Kramer the second. That one.
You get a vote.
Barber.
My vote is
Yes.
Gordon.
yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Morris.
Yes.
Takes us to the right of way encroachment easement. I have 131 West Short Street. Amy?
Yes, thank you. So before us tonight is an encroachment easement. This was brought to my attention recently that there's a desire to sell the property at 131 West Short Street. This is the property of Larry Swan, who passed away. And anytime there's a real estate transaction and the property title is not clean, there's usually some kind of action that's requested upon the city. In this case, the garage on Short Street is encroaching in the city right away slightly. You can see from the exhibit. I was contacted by the family's engineer and attorney asking for what kind of city action could be taken to help provide a clean title on this property. Kevin Olson, I met with Kevin Olson before he went on vacation, and then Dave Scheckinger also reviewed this situation. Both recommended an encroachment agreement, and that's what's before you in the packet. This encroachment agreement was drafted by Kevin Olson, and it has been reviewed by the Kramer families and Swan family's attorney. There are a few minor tweaks that need to be made. However, Kevin's not back from his trip until Wednesday. So upon approval, I would recommend it subject to Kevin Olson's final review. This is not an uncommon situation when you have properties and garages and additions that happen pre-zoning code. So one of the ways that cities mitigate this is through an agreement such as this encroachment agreement. It allows for that clear title, but it also grants city easement. It grants them a permanent easement for that property, for that part of the garage that's on the city right away. And then Tom's here with Shoemaker and Holland. If you have any questions?
She's right about this. It's kind of an unusual situation that does come up quite often in many parts of town. And this particular area has 4 different subdivisions that come together kind of at that corner. And they were all done in the 1870s. And all of a sudden you've got conflicts that are just ancient to deal with. And when we encounter that, we try our best in the client's behalf to say, well, we have to determine whether or not the benefit is worth the effort that you're putting into it. And obviously, selling some property requires some effort, especially if there's a cloud on that title. So putting that together, I decided, or asked at least, if an encroachment agreement was something the city had ever done before. I found 1 or 2 in the town. So I thought, well, maybe this one will qualify for it. And I just didn't feel like I could sleep at night telling somebody it's going to cost you $5,000 or more to survey that piece of property. And then you still got to do something about it. You can't buy it from the city, obviously, because they don't want to give up any right of way, but you still need some kind of agreement. The only thing that's missing here is the fact that we don't know how much of it that garage is taken out. It appears to be about 10 feet. So either way, the agreement covers it. And that's what's important, that it says no matter what it is, it's covered with your agreement. So relative to the small amendments, I have here just little red things that came about. Mr. Beasley is the Kramer attorney, and he sent me Kevin's draft, which had 99% of it can't say incorrect, but he had it out. The important thing left out was what's the owner's property description. So we're adding that into that document. And unfortunately, it's spelled Kramer wrong on the last sheet. You see that? Unless I spelled it wrong, all this time it's spelled ER on the sheet. Right. I mean, Kremer. Right. Kramer's correct, right?
Yep.
Okay, I thought so. So other than that, Kevin and Beasley got together and sent permission for the council to approve it, subject to these revisions we added. And the only other thing I'm adding is a better exhibit. Anytime you take those colored ones that you have in the packet and try to Xerox them, they all come black. You don't see anything. So this is almost exactly like the last one you have on the sheet, I think it is, and that one's in color. But we're gonna make this exhibit black and white so you can see it. This is a copy of that. So these particular documents are what's on the sheet.
Any questions that you guys have?
That's nothing that would ever affect, I'll say hypothetically, that ever gets curbed rather than ADA sidewalks.
Well, the fact of the matter, the garage is already there. So unless the council was gonna require part of that garage to be removed, we would work around it just like we would in any other situation where there's already a structure.
It's it's a long ways away from where we'd have sidewalks if they really were. It's just also that road is part of the driveway getting into the garage. It's right up close to it.
Yeah.
So luckily though, it's just, I don't know how much traffic you have on that with the parking lot and everything there, but it probably is heavy sometimes. But it's a T intersection at that point, so we've got to stop in and we know who's flying through the intersection. So it's got a few positive points to it. And eventually, the way these are written is if anything would happen to that garage in the future, storm, fire, whatever, you couldn't rebuild it in its old position. You have to leave that part off, which may be more of a hardship to the landowner, but still the cities, if they truly do have that right of way is yours, you should not be approaching it anymore. Even though it's happened and continues to happen in places.
John, were you able to catch all that as well?
Yeah, that all makes sense.
Kim, is there anything you'd like to add to this?
I just wanted to see, I have quite a few people on Zoom. Are any of those Matt Mackey? Just wait, I got a lot of people jumping in here, just seeing if any of those are Matt. Just checking again, is anyone on Zoom Matt Mackey?
Not the kind of zones that I need to think about.
So with that, the questions for motion?
Yeah, the parking lot that the city owns will probably always be a parking lot, to the best of my knowledge.
I don't know if we've had any discussions of it being.
Okay. That's kind of what I thought. The parking is needed by the school.
I motion to approve revenue encroachment 31 West Short Street and be reviewed by city attorney.
Court of adjuster, nobody else, right?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, I'll second that.
So we have a motion by Gordon, second by Marks, Parlier,
Yes,
Gordon,
Yes.
Kramer, Marks,
Yes.
passes, 3-0 with one abstaining. We have, motion to adjourn.
They don't want to.
Second.
All right, motion by Kramer, second by Morris, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Hello.